of the game.
When you say the part of the game, I don't understand.
Everybody done been conquered. Slavery didn't exist way before we ever came in here.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see what the problem is.
Well, I tell you like this. I cannot respect men who are claim jackers. Like I don't
like what? Give me an example.
Like the United States.
No, give me an example, like a real life thing. Like, what did they take?
The United States.
Like taking this country?
Not just taking this country. How do you think you got here?
The transatlantic slave trade.
You're a smart man.
Right. That's shit. I know all about it.
So how it's very hard to be respectful of what is here when me, for example, as an African-American male, I know how I got here. I didn't take the cheap flight on Frontier here. My people were kidnapped. My people were robbed. They what?
They were sold by Africans.
You say all the people were sold by Africans?
How you think what you think white people came over there and got us?
Yes.
No, they were sold.
So
they just capitalized off of it better than the Africans did.
Okay, so you're saying that all of the black people that were brought here were sold by Africans.
Correct.
So the white people were just doing transactions over there.
Absolutely. It was capitalism. See, the thing about white people, you think that racism is inherently in them. Racism is inherently in all of us. Black people is some of the most racist people I've ever seen in my entire life. We don't even like each other.
So can I ask you a question?
No, hold on. Let's stay there.
Okay.
We don't even like each other. And so black people participate. Some of the first slavers in the United States of America was black people. That's the truth. So what I'm trying to understand is...
Was slavery in the United States before?
Slavery existed thousands of years before we got here.
Okay.
Slavery was on every single continent in this world. That's a fact. Now, the thing that's a problem with it is that, and this is the problem that I have. What you niggas want?
What do you mean when you say what you need?
What do y'all want? Because y'all complaining about it over and over again. And I'm trying to understand, what is it that y'all looking for? What is going to help y'all?
The whole thing that has happened.
Because I'm solutions oriented, and I'm tired.
I had no idea that he felt that way. So no, I had no idea he felt that way. But what I will tell you is that no, it's not about 400 years, Joe, because what they're arguing about is a point of view and a state of mind. Everybody, Anton Daniels' state of mind is that we are our own problem and we need to do things and stop blaming a whitey for everything. He has that without giving any accountability to white people for our conditioning, as if we created our conditioning and we just gotta do better, and no, there needs to be some atonement from the other side. Every other race who came here and got disrespected got their leg up. The Irish came here, got theirs. The Chinese came over, they got theirs. The Mexicans came over, they got theirs. The Jewish people got billions of dollars for reparations to get theirs. Jewish people didn't come here and they said, well, you're on your own. You just got to do better. Holocaust did not take place here in the United States, but yet they were paid billions. Right? And they kicked the money back to Israel. They gotta kick their donations to Israel. That's what y'all don't know. It's like a Ponzi scheme almost. But let's continue.
A lot of niggas that ain't never been through shit complaining about shit that they ain't never been through.
If you black in the United States, you've been through some shit.
Exactly.
But I'm tired of niggas complaining about shit that they have never been through. You've been through some shit, but you ain't been through that.
I don't understand. So, what are you saying?
Because most of the niggas that's complaining about it ain't never even really seen real racism. These is new niggas.
Real racism? buddy, they still hanging people in 2024 and 2025. And you talking about real racism? Racism is worse when you can't see it. Times are worse now because we're more separated than we are together. See, we had a union of knowing that if we saw another black person, we didn't have to know who they was, who cousin, family. They were considered family, an ally, just because they were black. Because we all recognized and knew what kind of war we was actually in. So what is he talking about? Real racism. My mother, when she was going to school and when she was out on the road, they still had bathrooms that had colored and white. And that's my mother. She ain't that old. So all of this is within 100 years, buddy. Within 70 years, within 60 years. We talking the 1960s, 70s. You still had colors and whites and all that stuff. Like, what do you mean? Black people were not even allowed to walk into a bank and get a loan. And you keep talking about real racism. In Texas, black people couldn't even walk into a bank and get a loan. Nothing I said had anything to do with Chicago. I said black people, and I said the word Texas, the state. So you want to segregate it to a city, you can. I'm just saying what he's saying is crazy. Yeah, it's very crazy. It's like I understood his conservative views. Some of his views are okay, yeah, but don't act like there are hundreds of millions of dollars spent a year to keeping black people where they are, keep them in the state that they're in. It's not like there's programs out there for blacks and blacks just got to do better. No, they spend money to make sure blacks do not excel. They don't exceed. They don't find grants. They don't teach economics in the ghetto. They don't want you to learn these things because they want you to be a worker for the rest of your life. Your kids after you to grow up to be workers for them while they're the owners, they're the bosses. But see, what Anton Daniels is not doing is not holding the responsibility of saying, I can see if he's saying, okay, black folks, you got to do this and this, but you have to understand who created the conditions for us, who stacked the decks against us, who stacked the banks against us. We couldn't get the loans without high interest rates on our houses, everything. They do everything to keep us bankrupt, then blame us for what's going on in the country, as they're doing right now. And Anton Daniels, who's a black man, is sitting here doing this. It's unbelievable. And I admire what Corey did, holding his feet to the fire, saying, look, man, black folks ain't what took this country down. That was white folks. And instead of Anton Daniel addressing the question, he went to immediate personal insults of Corey. Listen.
All of these internet niggas right here, these is new niggas.
So are you saying black people in the United States, some of them have skipped over racism?
Yes. Definitively.
Come on, man.
Definitively. You have a greater chance of being killed by somebody that look like you than to ever interact with somebody that don't look like you and kill you.
But do you
That's
understand,
a fact.
Do you understand that
Anton Daniels. Let me give you the statistics. White people are killed by who more than anybody else in the world? White people. Mexicans are killed by who more than anybody else in the world? White people. I mean Mexicans. Mexicans are killed by other Mexicans more than anybody else in the world. Chinese people are killed by Chinese people more than anybody else in the world. Japanese people are killed by Japanese people more than anybody else in the world. So black people kill black people. It's called black on black crime. They named a crime after it and got black people stupid enough to repeat it. Black on black crime. Then where's white on white crime? Where's yellow on yellow crime? Everybody in their race is going to be killed 9 times out of 10 by somebody of their own race, more than anybody else. Statistically speaking, that's how it works. But with blacks, it's always like it's something anomaly that stands out of nowhere. Like it's just such an anomaly. Yep, but they don't want to do that. They don't want to address the facts. So, Anton Daniels, I don't know where you were going with that question, but that is a very ignorant question.
it's made like that on purpose? The position,
it's the system. The system against us. I got it.
Okay, but the position you and your people are in.
Who was my people?
Black people. Do you claim black people?
I'm a Christian first. I claim.
Well, I think something's wrong with that. If you don't want to say you're a black man first, I think something wrong with that.
Black is a construct. They told you that you was black.
Okay, well,
that's
brown,
why you start
brown
believing it. No.
Maybe
We
I'm
not brown. We not black. We not none of that shit.
Oh, well, what are we?
We not. For me, I'm a believer in God. That's what I am. My foundation is always going to be Christianity, Christ, Jesus first. I don't claim none of that other shit. You're not gonna get me to believe in you based off of some shit that you can't control. You didn't pick it. And the thing about other cultures, whether you black, Chinese, Asians don't fuck with each other just because they're Asian. Chinese people and Japanese people and Taiwanese people, they're all different. Koreans are different. All white people don't fuck with all white people.
Anton Daniels. Chinese people don't all deal with Chinese people. That is true. But Koreans and Chinese are not the same people. They just happen to be Asian. Japanese people are not Chinese people. Guamanian people are Guamanians. They're all different. Okay? Now, there are a hierarchy, Anton Daniels, in every race. The Indian race, they're the same race, everything, but there are some Indians believe that they're better than other Indians by their social status of where they come from, where they they won't even allow the other kids to touch the other child because he comes from a lower class. And they treat the kid bad and everything because his family comes from a lower caste, and it's a hierarchy, and they're all the same race. So it's not about getting along; it is a sickness of one person's narcissistic ways of belief that they are a hierarchy based on social status or financial status, etc. And that sickness has spread it throughout the entire world. Did you know that not all Chinese people are the same? You have people that come from different areas. They speak different dialects. You have people that speak Mandarin. And you have people that speak Cantonese. And that's mostly the Vietnamese side. And they were looked down upon. And the people who spoke Mandarin, felt like they were better than the people that spoke Cantonese. Now, the fact that you don't even you would identify yourself as a Christian and saying you don't identify yourself as a color. Well, then if you're a Christian, then why won't you acknowledge the fact that you say Jesus Christ, right? Why would they give a description of what Christ was like in the Bible if it didn't matter? So obviously in the Bible, there's plenty of descriptions of what people look like. If it didn't matter, and if you're a Christian, why won't you fight for the identity of Christ, your Savior and your belief? They definitely put up a picture of him, right? You're a Christian, right? They definitely put up a picture of him to show you what he looked like. And it does not go along with what it is in your Bible. And if you're a Christian, you should fight for his true identity, right? Or you should question it. I'm just saying. All religions are made up. That's why there's so many of them. So this started to get out of hand because I guess he didn't understand and know this much about Anton Daniels. Why is it always a black person using white people's terms of I don't see race? But you see a dollar sign. You know who see race? The white people who you trying to impress. They see race. And they're going to support and push you because you make racist white people feel very comfortable in their racism. So they're going to push and promote you because they see race. And you're saying things that they want to say, but they can't because they see race. But Anton will take it as if he's special. We've seen these people come before us.
Why do I have an obligation to fuck with somebody just because he black?
Okay.
And then the definition of how you define black is based off of something that a white man gave to you.
Okay. Well, trust me, brother. You white people, let me tell you something. I know Caucasian people that have looked at me and threw me licks.
Mm-hmm.
But I am from Chicago.
And I'm from Detroit.
It was Chicago is very segregated. I knew nothing about Caucasian people until I moved to Los Angeles. And a lot of the stories I heard, it turned out to be just that. But back to this Christianity, you have to understand this. You were taught that by the people who kidnapped you. Is that a lie?
Nope.
Okay. So
now, he's bringing up some facts. To be clear, Corey is from the Robert Taylor homes. I'm from the Robert Taylor homes. I don't know which building he was in. I was in 4101. So I don't know which building Corey actually comes from, but I do know he's from over there. And the only white people we knew from over there in the project area, they were the principals, they were the bus drivers, they was the store owners, they were the cops, the fireman. They were always in a position of power. So you didn't see any white people in your walk of life. Unless you went to school, they were always in an authoritative position. So you didn't even know these white people like that unless you actually been out and integrated with them. See, us, my uncles and stuff like that, they worked on the north side. My mom worked downtown. She had white friends. My uncle had his manager was white, and they were best friends, and they would come up to the projects and hang out. To the projects. So that was a shock. You know, they came in there and was like, wow. So as me being a little kid in the projects and seeing white people, it wasn't unusual because I had been seeing them while I was growing up. I saw them in school. And I see people that would come over that was like friends of my mom that she worked with and all of these different things. But it didn't, just because they were friends with them, that doesn't mean racism doesn't exist. And he never points the fingers at anybody else except for black people. And when a black person's doing that, it looks like there's an agenda. A complete agenda. Now, when he said this Bible is what your slave masters gave to you, they actually altered the Bible and started putting in their own words, like obey your slave master. They used the Bible to control slaves, to get slaves to obey by using the Bible. And that was the only book they was allowed to be taught, because before they couldn't read. They weren't taught to read. They was taught to learn and obey the Bible. So they said, yeah, teach them to understand something, but don't give them no books. Let them know the Bible. And they got to follow. You must be a good slave. Do not disobey your slave master. They was adding their own words to the Bible. That wasn't even in there.
So we was taught everything that you know on this earth, it was taught to you. The racism that you have in your heart, it was taught to you.
You say I'm racist?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I studied you.
See, wow.
I studied you.
This is why
I'm racist. I don't know a lot of racism in me.
Absolutely.
But maybe you can show me something I don't know.
We're going to get there.
I wanted you guys to start the show off in your own bubble.
No. When Brother Anton Daniels was talking to me on the phone, I knew that we didn't see eye to eye on a lot of things, but I believe we can have a conversation like men. It's like a lot of stuff he's saying right now, I disagree with so much. But
both of us.
I'm going to try to make a point because I have the hopes. I have the hopes in reaching him in a way. You know what I'm saying? I know that ain't guaranteed. I'm not.
And I have the hopes that I'm going to get y'all off of the Democratic plantation.
Yeah, because I don't know nothing about the Democratic plantation.
Everything that you speak of, it's a reflection of the same thing that they speak of. So you may not.
Now, that is true. A lot of the things that us here that we speak on is a reflection of what has been taught to us. So you basically, Mr. Daniels, is explaining exactly what we were talking about. Who taught us how to be savages? Who taught us how to go out and rob and do all this and slime time and all this stuff? All of the stuff that we're doing is the stuff that they've been implanting into us. It's things that are not a part of our culture. So you're really defeating your own argument right now with the very words that you're saying. No one reduced Jesus to a skin color. I don't think they've done that, but I get your point. So it's a lot of things in here I don't agree with. But from what he's saying, it's just like, wow.
I claim it, but you're a reflection of it.
Well, if I reflect something that is this Democratic plantation, I tell you what, I really don't study a Democratic plantation. I try to study being a stand-up human being where when I look in the mirror, I don't see a slick motherfucker.
Right.
That's who I am.
I'm with it.
I don't like slick motherfuckers.
That's the first thing we agreed on.
Okay, well, good. I'm glad we got there. But I get labeled all the time. I was talking to a young lady on the phone the other day, and she said, "I know you hate."
Yes, my cash app is working.
What's the lady who calls herself a doctor? I'm blanking right now.
Oh my God,
Dr. Bryant. And I'm like, I don't hate nobody. Where do you get hate from? And then I was on the internet. Every once in a while, I look at the pages that use my likeness and image and everything, and I listened to some of the stuff they said, and I was called bitter, and I don't know how to get money. But anyway, coincidentally, today I'm talking to a brother who knows how to work the internet well and get money.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it's like everything comes in its season for a man like me. I don't say I got all the answers to everything, but I am willing to talk logically to people who I feel like are able to communicate. That's what I'm saying. Because like the stuff you said, Anton, you know, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Get the thing.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, that's your personality too. Like,
And it would be boring to hear just one person's take or views on things. This makes it interesting.
Excuse me, ma'am. You need a mic, ma'am. You can ask her on the mic. God damn it.
Anton, just a clarifying question. What about, are you comparing racism with prejudice? Is it, do you think Black people can truly be racist, or are we just prejudiced?
no, I think that there's a lot of people that hate white people, like straight up hate white people. And it's very unfortunate because they're not even the ones that's winning over here. We compare ourselves against a group of people that the majority of them is on food stamps and welfare. They would be a disappointment to their ancestors.
Right, but
Oh my God. If white people are losing, Anton Daniels, who's winning? If white people love to create fear. They want to use fear as a weapon to perpetuate it. They've been using that forever. We're going to be the minorities if we don't do something now. If we don't do something now, all of our kids are going to be, if we don't do something now. Are you understanding what you're saying? You're saying that all these white people are on welfare just like Black folks. So you saying the white people got it just as bad as Black folks, but you don't mention that. You blame Black folks for almost every single thing that goes wrong in America. Blaming the poor for the problems in the world. The poor is not going to affect the 1%. Okay, the banks didn't close because of the poor. It was the greedy rich that don't want to pay their taxes. The greedy rich that wanted to manipulate and use the banks to use the poor to get rich off of. Then they even turned around and said, guess what? We're going to blame teachers now too. How about that? Let's blame some teachers around here. Yeah, it was quite different, you know? It's quite different. I really don't agree with this conversation. No, because what he fails to realize is that Jewish people, a lot of them don't like German people. Do anybody tell them that they racist to German people? I've never heard anybody say, man, y'all Jewish people are racist towards German people. The Holocaust was years ago. Get over it. Did you ever hear that in your life? Do you ever hear that in your life? You ain't never heard that in your life. right? But they have a right to hate the Germans, right? No one questions no one bat an eye if they say, I don't even want to be around German people. They go, oh, I understand. So if a black person don't like white people, he's obligated to not be racist? What makes him racist? What they gonna say, this is not the people that did anything to you. He doesn't have to like anybody white. He can be upset over the conditions that has plagued his families and the families before him to come. The same way Jewish people is. A lot of them ain't went through the Holocaust. They've read stories about it. They don't want to be around some German people, and they just like, I don't want to be around them. I don't like them. And no one bats an eye. So what's weird, and it's crazy, but Jewish people is not a race. It's really not. It's a group. It's a whole different type of people, it's just like they're different. You got Polish Jewish, you have a German, you have a Russian Jewish person, Romanian Jewish person. So that's what I'm saying. Don't tell them that. That's what I'm saying. So it doesn't make sense. Why you try to put restrictions on what blacks need to do? They went through slavery. Their ancestors have been through slavery for 400 years. They're still racially discriminated against in 2026. So you don't get to tell a black folk how they should feel about another race, period. Black people are not racist. They just mad. And they got a right to be mad. They have a right to not want to associate. They don't have to.
Isn't true racism a system that controls access to,
Well, that's the argument, right? The argument is
we can't make sure white people don't get access to certain schools and programs and things like that.
The main way that they
need to be empowered to be racist, to be quite honest.
See, that's what I was going to say. That's the argument that black people make, is that you can't be racist if you can't actually have an impact on another group of people. So it's supposedly systemic. It's false.
Really?
I just seen a guy that used to be the president of the United States of America that wound up becoming the president of the United States of America for the second time almost get everything taken away from him. Literally. And he was basically being taken down by black people. Kamala Harris, Letitia James, who was the, in New York, Fani Willis, down in Georgia. All of those are black women, specifically that met with Kamala Harris months before they actually started this campaign during the Biden administration. And it's so funny to me because then I have to ask myself the question, well, listen, if this is a construct and if it's all about white people and all of the energy is going towards a person that black people fucked with before he actually ran for president of the United States of America, but we champion Barack Obama.
Not me.
No. Take yourself out of it. We talking about the culture. It may not necessarily be you individually, but we as a culture fuck with him.
Fuck with who?
Barack Obama and his wife. We fuck with him. As a culture, we champion him. We absolutely do. And he didn't give y'all shit except for gay marriage.
You know,
Why do they keep pushing that lie? But let them hold on to it. But here's the thing. This man said, he literally said and stated in front of everyone, I mean, in front of everyone, he sat there and said, it's black people taking down Donald Trump. Really? When does black people run CNN? Black people run the Democratic Party? We don't control any of that. All of the people you named have been placed there and backed by white people. You think Fannie Willis, she was backed by white people in the Democratic Party. They're taking him down. The same people you mentioned, the friends and the boosters of Biden and the Clintons, those are the people you talking about. But yet, you want to throw everything negative on black people. What have Michelle Obama done? She's not even in politics. Her only crime, in your opinion, was being married to Barack Obama, a man who took over the country in its worst state and made it better than what it was when he left. Banks were closed after 100 years of service. Major banks, Lehman Brothers, all these banks went belly up because of Wall Street. The housing market crashed. The government was shutting down. Gas is like $4.80. And they said, here's the keys, Barack. It's all on you. And you said all this man gave black people was gay marriage. No, do you know how he got elected? The gays organized and they elected him into office right along with the black folks. But you know what they did? They organized to go to the meetings, to get in those houses, to push their own people to run for offices so that they can vote on bills. You know what black folks did? They sat back and said, all right, we voted for Barack. We done. And didn't pay any attention to the other elections, to the other legislative branches that make decisions. There was a lot of things put in place. Black women were going to college for free. For free. If you was a single mom, you was going to college for free. But they pushed that narrative to push the agenda that the Republicans want to push. That's the kind of rhetoric that Anton Daniels push that don't make any sense. But would sit here and back a group of people that would question a black woman's identity, saying she's a man. She was born a man and she had a sex change and she's with the transgenders. And really? The only thing they could ever find on Obama is he's not really born here. I don't think he was born in Hawaii. I think he was born somewhere else. They showed his birth certificate. I don't think that's his. I think he was born in Kenya, and he's not really the president. So if they had anything really on Obama, they would have used it. They had nothing because he gave them nothing. They never tell you, and you never research what Barack Obama actually did for African Americans in their communities. because they know you're not going to research. They know you're not going to look it up. They know you're just going to ride with the lies. Now, Barack Obama is not in office. He hadn't been in office since 2016, where he stepped out and let Trump come in. That's 10 years ago, and they still talking about Barack Obama. Why? Because they want to distract you from who's the president right now. Tell us about our president right now and what he's doing. He's got his own Republican Party getting mad at him. But they don't want to do that. They want to talk about Biden, who ain't in office. You want to talk about everybody else talking about Obama. You're talking about these people. No, no, and no again.
I know that. That's why I ain't arguing with you on this
So
point.
absolutely I vote.
Are you independent? What do you?
I'm a Republican.
You didn't know that?
I'm a straight up, up and down Republican. And matter of fact, people need to really understand their history because Republicans were the party of black people. It's the original party of black people. They were the party that actually freed the slaves. Lincoln was a straight up Republican. When you're talking about the emancipation, when you're talking about 1865, when you're talking about what we stood for, as conservative means that we're Christians. It means that we don't fuck with that gay shit. I'm telling you what it stands for.
You don't fuck with the backdoor shit?
I don't.
I don't either.
That's what it's saying. What it means to be a Republican is this, because a lot of people like to say,
because this is backdoor Republicans.
And we were taught by our parents. We were taught by our parents. We were taught by our parents that we vote Democrat no matter what, right? Regardless of what they stand for, regardless of the agendas that they push, regardless of how much nonsense that we see in our communities, regardless of how many Democrats actually destroyed our cities from Chicago to Detroit, all across the board. We were taught to vote that no matter what. You vote Democrat no matter what.
I agree.
But this is the difference between the parties on a very fundamental level, not complicated at all.
Really? You finna say it's a difference between the parties?
This is the difference.
I can't wait to hear this.
No. You may say that it's the same type of public politicians that take advantage of the taxpayers and take advantage of the people. The difference in the parties historically is Republicans want less government so you can do what the fuck you want to do. And Democrats want more control, so they want to control what your money is, where your tax dollars go, and what you can do with your money.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you this.
That's the fundamental difference.
I'm going to tell you this. And you don't have to believe me, but I'm just telling you.
I'm listening.
The people in charge are not Democrats or Republicans. Kamala Harris is allowed to do whatever she's done.
Thank you.
This new president, he's allowed to do whatever he is willing to do or they allow him to do. Facts. Everything is allowed. There are people in charge of this nation that flat out run shit. And if ain't nobody got the power to uproot them, then we're going to keep having people paying a whole bunch of money for houses and a fire hydrant don't work in front of it.
Yep. Now, while he's cooking, let me go back to what he just said. He said we were all Republicans first. That is correct. Back in the prohibitionary period, back when everybody was fighting for theirs, black people was here and white people was coming in on boats. The Irish people arrived. Everybody's coming in on boats. And they started holding elections and warring that out in New York and everywhere else. During the prohibitionary period, Republicans wanted blacks to vote. Democrats fought to not have blacks vote, saying that we didn't even count as people. They didn't want us to vote. So black folks got a chance to vote because of Republicans. And the Republicans wanted us to vote in their favor, and so that we would get basically trinkets and looked after. But W.E.B. Du Bois, you remember him? He got blacks organized to say, we're leaving the Republican Party. because he said, you know, why we're leaving this Republican Party? They don't do anything for us, and we're not in their plans. And you know, W.E.B. Du Bois was one of the smartest black men walking around. They never mention that. They always say that we were Republican first. They never say, well, why did we all go to Democrat? Because they saw what was going on and said, oh, you guys are not doing anything. You're just using us for our votes so that you get to do what you want. And that whole analogy that he gave, the difference between Republicans and Democrats, was complete trash. They want to eliminate the government and let you do what you want to do. That's bullshit. No. Conservatives, they only care about the upper middle class. That's it. They want to tax the poor, blame them for everything, keep their money in their little community of other conservatives, and they don't want to do what they want to do. They do what the other conservatives tell them to do. They're in a simulation. That's what they are about. You ever see Republicans sitting around disagreeing with each other, a bunch of conservatives? No. They're all no matter what. Like I always told you, Republicans or conservatives are in denial. Liberals, Democrats, delusional. They're two different things. That is exactly the truth. One side said, we're going to save the whales. We're going to bring jobs to the poor. We're going to do this and that. And we got all of this is going to come down. And all right. And here's Beyonce. And Beyonce's coming out singing. And Cardi B. And they come out and they having a big old party, but nothing ever gets done because they don't even know how to get to the money. It's like, okay, what's the plan? What are we going to do? There's no money. But it just sounds great to say. And everybody had a great time. And then nothing gets done. Republican Party, same thing. Nothing gets done, but money is being siphoned somewhere to go to somebody else, and it seems to always end up in the hands of the wealthy 1% that didn't need it anyway. So all they do is blame all the Democrats for all of their problems. Well, we had this in place. We had this bill, but the Democrats shot it down because you decided to vote for that bill. Like, we got you in office. We got you. I've seen you got a new car. I've seen you got a new house. But can't nobody have a new house and a new car except for you? What are we sitting here paying for? What are we voting for you for? What plans do you have in place? I ask every Republican, ask me what Republicans out there, what plans do you have for the lower middle class and up? What programs have y'all put in place? None. Why would you? You don't care. You only care about the wealthy 1%. So the higher upper class or the middle upper class is all you care about. And that's how it is. So depending on a politician to save you, little naive. Even for Anton, that's very naive.
But they'll charge you for the fire hydrant in front of your house.
But we got a less than 20% voter turnout rate in the local elections.
Well, you understand voting don't work, right?
It does work.
How?
It does, but you just missed it.
I heard everything you said. I can't wait till you tell me how voting makes a difference in this country.
We have a less than 20% voter turnout rate in local.
Ain't nobody going for the sucker shit no more. We got to go.
You're missing it.
You got to uproot the people in power before a real difference happens. Voting is for suckers.
It's not. People that don't vote are ignorant as fuck.
Well, I guess I'm ignorant because I would never participate in no
people
sucker
that
shit.
don't vote. And
I'm gonna show up and vote like a sucker.
And not only is it ignorant.
We had Republican presidents. We had Democratic presidents.
You're not even
we in the same joint.
I'm talking about locally. You talking about national.
I don't give a fuck if it's local.
It matters.
If you vote,
absolutely matters.
That means you in line.
No, if you vote first, the first thing that it means is that you respect your ancestors that died for your right to be able to do it.
Your
That's what it first-
ancestors
it's so funny to me.
didn't do it like this. Because
yo-
people went to war when the government tried to overthrow the people and the power of the people. It was wars. There hasn't been a war inside the U.S. where the people who getting fucked over are doing something about motherfuckers with 30 felonies being the president.
It's
war. All sucker shit
It's
going
a war every day. It's just not physical anymore.
Well, that's the problem.
It's
we
here.
need physical wars.
It's not.
Until motherfuckers ready to jump it off,
it's not.
We gonna always be talking. But
not.
see, real gladiators don't talk. Real gladiators make it happen. And the gladiators, I ain't gonna lie, we are under control right now. We haven't rose up and did what needs to be done.
Who are you under control by?
It ain't. You under control by the people who will motherfucking blow this motherfucker up. We ain't stupid.
Who is he? Because I want to know who.
Why do you think that
I
ICE agent was able to shoot that woman?
I want to know who the. Hold on. Let's be real. Fuck that woman.
Well, that's what you would say to somebody you don't know or whatever.
No.
I'm on the streets. I've been pulled over by the police.
Who ain't on the streets?
Or the ICE agents or whatever.
You in LA. I'm in Detroit. I'm in the blackest city in the United States of America. I can move anywhere I want to go. I choose to stay in the core of my city, and I choose to participate in my neighborhood. I choose to tithe to the streets. I choose to put kids through college. I choose to interact and truly use my tax dollars and whatever it is and give jobs. I employ over 50 people. I put my money in my community with my people. So I choose to engage. So when we talking about being in the streets, that don't count to me. I don't
Well,
hear
that's
that
what
shit.
should count.
I don't hear that
because
shit.
out there in the streets where the people live that you helping, they could get pulled over and shot by a cop, and an investigation will be said. But here's the truth: we know, if I believe you know this already, when the cops shoot you, ain't nothing you can do about it.
Oh my God, this is so crazy.
Do you think that's wrong? What I said?
This is so insane.
Is that what I said? I said when the cops shoot you, ain't nothing you can do about it. Is that a lie?
This is so insane.
But you didn't answer it.
I'm gonna answer your question.
Okay.
I'm gonna answer your question. It depends on the circumstance. And the interesting thing about it is this: the majority of the people, because you like to use a blanket statement. That's like me saying all black people are stupid.
Well, have you said all white people stupid?
No, I'm talking about cops.
You should say that one time.
I'm talking about
because
cops.
It's easy to say all black people are stupid as an example. Say something about the white people.
No. You're not.
I don't think you got
people all the time.
Oh, well, I didn't hear you. Can you tell me? Because I don't
about
know.
Liberal white women literally being the biggest enemy of the United States of America. That's the thing I say every single
Caucasian
day.
female, the biggest enemy.
Literally, white liberal women are the worst thing that ever happened to this country.
What about their men?
But we gonna get there because you keep trying to get me to qualify it by participating and joining in on the core.
I think you're doing what's easy.
No. I'm doing what's real.
I think you don't want to go against them because if you go against them, it'll be some video of you going against them. And when I say them, I'm talking about your boss.
I don't have a boss.
We say that. We say that. But here's the truth.
I don't have a boss.
It's a reason you go after black males or black people quicker than you will go after white males. What are white males responsible for in this country as the downfall
I'm an
of
equal
it?
accountability smoke giver.
Now, this is where Corey has him in a box. And the reason he has him in a box is because there's nothing he can do about it. He knows at this point he's done for. He knows that everything Corey's saying is true. So he's going to get very defensive because he has no answer to that, because he does not go after any white folks. Like he said, why would you go straight to the black folks and use that as the analogy? That's like saying, oh, black people are stupid. He out of any race, he's going to go right to black people and use that as an analogy. That's why he said, use it. Why don't you use anybody else? Why don't you say white people for a change? Use that as an analogy. But you don't want to be on film saying that.
Bro, I talk about everybody.
I'm just saying, I ain't heard you talk about white men
Well, you
since
ain't
you've
been
been
listening.
up here.
You ain't been listening. You ain't been listening.
I've been listening to you.
No, you haven't.
I hear you
don't
taking
have,
the.
you don't have the capacity to be able to listen because you're too busy.
No. You got me wrong.
You too busy.
My capacity that you just criticized, that's an opinion. Here's the fact. Have you seen something about Caucasian males and how they destroy this nation? Well, what did I miss?
Let's slow down because you talking loud, but you're not saying a lot.
No, you talking loud, and you still talking around. What did the Caucasian male do to America to bring it down?
I'm not getting into that.
You dancing around it, and that's why I lose respect for you when you start dancing and kissing Caucasian males' ass.
Yep. See, and this is what got Daniels gone. I'm not gonna get into that. When he said I'm not gonna get into that, because he knows he can't say anything about that. Because once he gets caught on film saying that, somebody will chop it up and be like, oh, so you went on a show and said we did X, Y, and Z. Now he knows where his money comes from and how he's back. So, yeah. It ain't the brothers.
But I don't.
Don't do that in front of me because I'm not an ass kisser of nobody.
Yes, you are. You suck the dick of black people right now. You doing the easy shit. What you do, let me tell you what you do.
Nah,
let me
tell you something, homie.
I don't suck dick.
I don't suck dick.
Yeah, you do.
So fix
you doing
that.
it right now.
I don't suck dick, homie.
You doing it right now.
Homie, believe me when I tell you. I don't do that. I don't do that.
Listen.
So don't come at me with no dick sucking shit.
I'm going to give you the same energy you give me.
Let's switch seats. Let's switch seats.
I'm with it.
Homie, I don't do no dick sucking shit. I'm a motherfucking man. I don't do no dick sucking shit.
I don't give a fuck about nothing.
Well, I tell you what, watch that dick sucking shit, because that'll go bad.
Call it what you want.
I don't do no dick sucking,
You say a lot of shit that I don't fuck with either. You
okay, but that gay shit,
I don't give a fuck about what you talk about.
Hey, homie, I tell you what.
I'm right here.
Don't put no dick sucking shit. Don't put no dick sucking shit on me, nigga.
I'm from Detroit.
Say I suck a dick again.
I'm right here, right now.
All right, that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna respect you.
Dance around it. Dance around it.
No. I
don't do no dick sucking shit.
I'm gonna respect you because it's your platform, and I flew out here to have a conversation.
We good.
But you're not crossing up on me.
Yo, we good. I did already. I don't do dick sucking shit.
Put the microphone right now and going up back. I don't give a fuck about
no,
this shit.
Sir. Homie, you just running your mouth.
I'm not running my mouth.
You running your mouth. I don't do
you
no
doing
dick
this shit
sucking
for the internet. You doing it for the internet. Now, if you want to say your time, no, hold on. If you want to say
show you I ain't doing it for the internet.
If you want to say Anton, don't disrespect me like that. If you want to say Anton, don't disrespect me like that. I'll respect you. But don't boss up on me because you said a lot of shit to me today that I don't fuck with either. But I let that shit ride because you don't know me. You don't know me. So I'm going to extend the same respect to you. You called me out of my name. You said some wild shit, especially with regard to how would it call this nigga out his name? Nigga, I'm telling you that you did. You can't tell me how I get disrespected.
I got a question for bro.
Okay.
No. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. We just getting loud. I ain't gonna get loud.
Then don't switch seats.
No. This my show. This my show.
That's cool, but I take that shit as a threat.
Okay. Well, it is a threat if you calling me dick sucking. I don't dick suck, my nigga.
Man, fuck what you talking about.
I don't dick suck.
If you want to get back to the conversation, because you ain't gonna do shit. Because you're not gonna do shit.
Come at me with that dick sucking shit again, nigga.
You're not gonna
come at me with. Say I suck dick again, nigga.
We can go out back right now. We can go out back right now. I'm with it.
I bet you won't say that shit.
We can go out back right now.
I got money for all this. Whatever.
I got money too. Don't nobody give a fuck about that shit.
Hey, homie.
No, it's just not respect.
I ain't falling for that. I ain't falling. Dolly, get out the way. Don't get in the way of two niggas. Let me tell you something, homie. I ain't got to go out back right now because we got to go out back to lead this motherfucker. But I'm saying that dick sucking shit, watch that. That's all I'm saying. And if I don't say it how you like
if you want to get back to the conversation, we can get back to the conversation.
But just know,
I'm not listening to none of that shit, bro.
Here, nigga.
I'm not listening to none of that shit. If you want to get back to the conversation,
long as you
we can
know.
get back to the conversation.
Long as you know.
Bro, you not that tough.
Oh, well, we lost audio. But as you can see, what's going on?
when we talk to each other a certain way, like if dick sucking is brought up, that's just like motherfucking pissing on my shoes. So I'm saying like, I could get back straight. We just, I didn't, when I shook your hand, it wasn't phony.
Listen, I get into it with my homies. I get into it with my brothers. I don't have no sisters. I got three brothers, and we scrap it out. I scrap with my nephews. It is what it is. And then we shake hands and we keep it moving once we have a disagreement and we get it out of our system. So if we good, then we good.
I'm good.
I'm with it. Let's get to the conversation.
That's why I tried to explain myself right there, because I'm like, this man probably don't even know that my mind is set up, Anton. My mind is set up when people do things like I call it backdooria on my show. Mm-hmm. When people throw that at you, it's a set off. And I'm saying like, I ain't trying to get set off. I think I'm a lot more than somebody with name calling to get at me. But I'm saying like,
but see, I don't believe you, Corey. I don't believe you, bro. Okay. And let me tell you why I don't believe you. Because you do the same shit that you feel offended by.
Really?
You do, absolutely.
Give me an example.
You just did it. You said a lot of shit to me that I don't necessarily care about.
I ain't said nothing about dick sucking.
You pick and choose what's disrespectful because you applying it to you. It's other people out there that don't take that shit.
Okay, well, I'm glad you said that. So listen to me, Anton.
But hold on. Let me say this last part.
Land.
But I get it because you don't know me and I don't know you. So you don't know what I look at as disrespectful. And so as a result, I just let that shit ride. The only thing that ever triggers me is it, and this is why I like to do shows in person. I told you before the show, I said I don't do no more live streams with people that I don't know. Did I not say that? Because I want to see and look in their eyes and see what's really happening, right? And the reason that is because the only thing that set me off is if somebody make it seem like they ready to do something. Then I'm like, okay, well, it's all hands up. Fuck the conversation.
Well, how about this? People may be ready to do something for whatever reason. They want to be ready to do something. But what I'm saying to you is, you know, in this world, they are trying to normalize men in dresses. They trying to normalize a woman wearing a thong in front of a church gathering or whatever.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? I could handle whatever is happening out there, but I'm saying like I'm still standing on this. I'm standing on this. If a man walking up to me with some homosexual talk, like I could take, I said this before, I could take a meeting at a brother like Tyler Perry's house because I know what's gonna happen if it go bad. The house gonna get tore up. I ain't saying that to act like I'm tough. I'm just saying, I feel you. There's certain things that we as men cannot say to each other without clashing. And it is my opinion with niggas that I know and where I'm from, if I say to one of my homies, man, suck a dick, everybody will get quiet that we know. And they'll be like, what is that? What is that? Because it's like, that's their homosexual talk. So what I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying? If it's one way.
We don't do that in our house. In this city, we don't even talk like that. Like that was some stuff New Yorkers used to say. People in Detroit or Chicago, they didn't say that unless they was arguing with a woman. Not another man. New Yorkers made that a prominent thing. We never talk like that. Because that was something, that's like the most disrespectful thing you could say to a man. You know what I'm saying? So to be able to say that, yeah, to say that is just so disrespectful to another man that something normally would happen. You saw Minister Society when dude told him to do that, man, you better suck my dick. You saw what happened with Samuel Jackson, right? He put like 6 in his damn chest. Suck on this, mother. Bop, 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 bop. He was up out of there. Yeah, he told Anton, say it one more time. I bet you won't say it. He didn't say it. That tells you right there. He knew where the line was, and he was not gonna cross it. Yeah, he knew where that line was. He wasn't going to cross that line. He said, oh, I know where that line at, and I ain't about to cross it.
To get a brother like me, I know brothers who are preachers that would put their religion down for that right there. That's all I'm saying, black man. That's all I'm saying.
Listen. That's where you at. So I'm gonna respect that.
Thank you, brother.
It's simple as that.
I don't want no drama.
It's simple as that.
I swear I don't want no drama, man. My life is good.
Mine's is too.
I believe you. My life is good.
I'm with you.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't want you to come up here for that. It's just the simple misunderstandings that we as men can have. I think older black men like us need to make sure there are boundaries that simply can't be crossed when men are talking. And if you tell me a boundary, Anton, if you tell me a boundary, I promise you, I'm going to do my best not to cross that boundary. When I'm talking to Willie D don't like when you call him nigga. And I go out my way not to call Willie D nigga because I look at him as a man.
I kick it with Willie too. For me though, I don't give a fuck about the talking. I don't have no boundaries. I don't care if a nigga say something about me. It is what niggas say shit like that all the time. Like that's the environment that we live in. I only care about my real life.
Can I ask you a question? You just said men talk disrespectfully to you in your face all the time.
No.
This is nothing.
You did not hear what I said.
I said they
do that shit all the time. You see it in the chat. You see it in the comments. All of that shit, right?
Yeah.
I don't care about that shit, right?
That's right, because that's for the internet.
Right. So when people say stuff, I don't take it personal because it's not a thing to me. It's just talk. The only thing I care about is what happened in real life. When I cut that shit off in real life, my life is great.
Right. Let me tell you something.
So my point is that I don't take nothing personal unless it get personal, unless it gets physical. That's the only thing I'm up on. Anything else I can walk away from. I don't give a fuck about that. My life, I can walk away and I'm probably gonna never see that person again.
I understand. So this is why the chat, I allow them, and in fact, I encourage them to be themselves in the chat. Because this is a computer screen. But one thing I will say this is to the youngsters especially, because they the ones who really don't know. I'm talking about 35 and under. When you in a man's face, you have to watch how you talk to them, because face to face is a lot different than the computer. On the computer, I got motherfuckers
Let me ask you a question.
Motherfuckers saying all kind of shit about me on the computer.
Let me ask you a question.
But if they in my face saying that to me,
let me ask you a question.
It can go bad.
Why?
I'm not acting tough.
Hold on.
I'm not acting tough.
I'm asking you a real question. Why do you get triggered if somebody says that to you? Like what is it in you that gets bothered by a switch?
Okay, so listen to me. Manhood is all we got left. You really got to understand this. Just give me a second to land on this.
I'm with you. I'm listening.
If we don't have our manhood, we ain't got nothing. So when a man walk up to you and say something flirtatious to you, when a man walk up to you and say something where he's challenging your manhood and things like that, trust me, I don't care how savage it may seem. When you dealing with a man, you can set a man off if you in his face and you saying things that are not I'm not talking about somebody just saying anything. I'm talking about there are certain things, like I can't walk up to a man walking down the street with his wife, Anton, and say, man, your bitch thick. I'll be like, wait a minute. Of course, by me being older, the last thing I want is drama in the streets. But what I'm saying is, you can't disrespect men face to face. You can do it online because it's easy to do it online.
No. See, that's where we disagree.
Okay, I want to hear this.
That's where we disagree because you got to keep the same energy across the board. You can't pick and choose when you can disrespect somebody and when you can't disrespect somebody, and then pick and choose when you're going to react to somebody disrespecting you. You wrong, bro. You wrong as two left shoes. You're wrong, bro. I fuck with you. I fuck with you because you are one of the most disrespectful, and stand on that shit.
But I want to understand what you're saying, Anton. You missed me. When you say you can't disrespect people, what? Make sure you explain that to me.
You got to keep the same energy across the board, bro.
I don't understand.
You can't say I'm going to disrespect you online, but then you can't do nothing in person.
Well, trust me.
That's not. No, I'm not saying do that.
I'm not saying what you're wrong about. But listen, talking to somebody in person is different than talking to somebody online. And if I'm so disrespectful, what do I do to be disrespectful online? Because you said I'm disrespectful online.
You just said out of your own mouth that you will be disrespectful online. It ain't even. Yes, you did. You just said that.
Disrespectful online.
You said you can disrespect. It's different if you disrespect somebody online versus doing it in real life.
No, I didn't say what I would do.
How is it different?
I said if somebody in the chat room is saying something disrespectful about me, I don't hold that against them because they're typing.
What about when you talking about real people?
What do you mean?
If you comment on somebody and you give your opinion on real people.
I don't want to go back and forth. I'm trying to make sure you understand what I'm saying. Do you hear me when I say
what you're saying?
Whatever I say online, giving an opinion of something is different than
I said disrespectful. How can you determine whether or not somebody feels disrespected?
Well, feelings is one thing, man.
You felt some type of way?
Yeah, because ain't nobody finna stand in front of my face and talk to me like they on my level when it comes to homosexuality. Like that'll start a war. That'll start a war.
We can agree to disagree. I think you're wrong, bro. I think I personally, I'm telling you directly, you're hypocritical.
Okay, well, you can say that. I don't think I'm going to win that argument with you now. But what I am saying to you, Anton, is when you are talking to men face to face, trust me when I tell you this, man, it's different than online. Face to face. I'm the same
person in real life as I am online. I'm going to tell you that straight up. Right? Anybody, listen, I go city to city. I'm not an online nigga, bro. Like, I create content online, but I really am out in every single city. I done visited almost every single state. I have real meetups in real life. I shake hands. I kick it with people in real life, and I go out there and kick it with the people. I'm not different online than I am in real life. People may think that because they may have never met me in real life, but I keep the same energy. I reciprocate. Or I'm willing to walk away unless it goes up. If it's going to go up, then it's just going to go up and we just going to figure it out from there. But the fact of the matter is, I don't switch up.
See, I'm not
going to talk about you online. Hold on. I'm not going to talk about you online. And then when I see you in real life, I'm going to be like, man, you know I'm just playing. I'm not that type of nigga.
Yeah, but
either I fuck with you or I don't.
But see, that's just one scenario, Anton. What I'm saying to you is this. This is what I'm saying to you. I ain't saying it to offset what you just said. I'm trying to talk to you now.
And I'm not a tough guy either.
I'm not either.
I'm not a tough guy.
I'm not a tough guy. I don't even want to perpetrate like I'm a tough guy. But what I'm saying is, when men stand between each other, there is energy that is being transferred. And trust me, when men disrespect each other face to face, motherfuckers can die.
I agree.
That's why when I'm talking to a man, especially face to face, I try to make sure I don't go over the line. And if I ever go over the line, I can apologize.
Is what I'm saying. I understand what you're saying and I agree with you.
Right.
Why is it only face to face? That's where we disagree at.
Well, anything I said, I will say in the face of a man that I said it about.
All right, well that's
I don't go there to try to. I don't have to shock jock, even though that's something that people say easily. Oh, he's shock jocking. No. Anything I've said about anybody, I will say right to them if they standing in front of me. And I would like for somebody to research the internet on things I've said and show me that I wouldn't say something to somebody if they were standing there. The only thing I said I wouldn't say to somebody if they were standing there, because I saw Charles Barkley in the airport one day. And I realized how big he was when I saw him in the airport. Now, I've said things about Charles Barkley. If he was standing in front of me and he said, say that shit now, I'll be like, we black, man. Come on, let's calm down. I ain't gonna lie. That's the only one.
You know what the problem with this show today is? We got to do a part 2. Because we ain't talked about none of the shit that we supposed to talk about.
That's why, because we can't say dick sucking in front of each other, brother.
Well, I know that now, right? I get it.
And I appreciate you for giving me that, because that shit, I forget. I'm still Corey, because I don't live a life of getting into it with people. I really don't.
No, Corey, you pick on people that you think ain't gonna respond to you.
Give me an example.
Corey, you pick your targets based off of what you think they ain't gonna do. And that's why you feel comfortable saying some of the wild shit that you say online.
But I asked you this, and I'm gonna ask you again.
I'm not gonna say
give me an example.
No, I'm not gonna say no names.
You can't give an example.
No, I can.
Will you please
because
give me an
because I don't want to implement nobody into this that that'll be bad. That's not a good thing.
Well, do you understand by you saying that?
I like to speak from my own perspective.
It sounds like babble.
But you know it's not babble. It's real, and you know it's real. That's why you laughing.
I'm laughing at you because you didn't. I had to ask you twice so far.
You pick your
said
targets
I pick on people
carefully,
and I said, give me an example.
You pick your targets carefully, very carefully.
So you can't give me an example
because
that's the third time.
I'll give you an example.
Okay.
You tiptoed around Dave Chappelle.
You talking about the last time I said something about him?
You tiptoed around Dave.
I'll give you that.
You tiptoed like a ballerina.
But now I'm gonna give you that.
No.
But what did I tiptoe about?
You would not have did that shit on a regular motherfucker. You know that Dave Chappelle's last Netflix special was not it.
And I tiptoed around it.
And you tiptoed around it because you didn't want the smoke.
I did.
Overall. And so you pick and choose your targets carefully.
You say I didn't want the smoke.
No, because you didn't want the backlash.
Okay, but look, let me say this because you brought it up. I did tiptoe around how I really feel with the last special, because I'm not gonna lie. It's everything that I said the time before when I spoke about it. Hot trash. No jokes. In the future, when people watch it, they don't know him like we know him now in this culture, they're gonna be like, what the fuck is this? I'll give you that. I did tiptoe around his special. And you know what? I can live with that. But what else? I ain't trying to think of nothing else. But I'm saying, I think that was kind of. You found a way to bring that nigga into it.
I love you, Darlene. I love Craig. But they will not call you out on your bullshit and challenge you.
Now you trying to turn.
No. You asked me for the feedback. I didn't volunteer it. You forced me. I said, you know what? I don't want to do that.
Okay.
Then you said, okay, well, Anton, go ahead and keep on naming names and let's get to it. Okay, well, let's get to it then if that's what you want to do.
Well, how about this? Let me can I respond?
Because Darlene is real chill and she not gonna cause no friction. And Craig is happy to be here.
Okay, so can I say something about that?
But see,
I don't cut me off.
I don't give a fuck because I'm rich too, so I'm cool. I got my own movement. I got my own motion, so I can tell you the truth. And I think that you also surround yourself with people that will not challenge you because you big dog to them. Okay. You big bro.
Okay, so let me say this since you brought up Darlene and Craig. Let me say this. You don't know our relationship. But see, I'm doing more teaching. I'm doing more teaching on some real street level shit than I thought I would have had to do. But listen to me, Anton. You don't know me and her relationship?
I'm listening.
Maybe
I'll say
maybe
I'm
the
wrong.
reason you don't get the results you want from her is because there's a certain level of respect that comes from me and her relationship. That's what I'm saying. You don't know, brother. So that's what I'm saying.
I'm not talking about
you
you.
speaking on her.
I'm not talking about you talking about her. I'm talking about when there's certain subjects that come up on your show.
We done argued on the air a million times.
Man, come on, bro.
I'm just saying.
Corey, sometimes you be on bullshit. Nobody call you out on it.
Now I'm trying to teach you, but I don't think you catching it.
Okay, I'm observe.
You don't know my relationship with this woman. You don't know. So when you see it online and speak on what you see online, you can't really speak from factual things that are happening in the world, Anton.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. So, and with Craig, I don't know why motherfuckers say Craig don't have a backbone around me. Because one thing I say this, Craig beat most motherfuckers' ass I know. I see motherfuckers don't be fighting Craig. I see motherfuckers don't run up on him with that bullshit quick. The motherfuckers who I seen ran up on Craig way bigger than Craig. So the obvious needs to be said, because I believe that there's a lot of people who don't know the obvious, and I can't teach you that in an episode. But I'm saying, like, if you ever see me around any woman, Anton, if you see me around any woman, trust me, dude's been paid, homie. And I can't say it no other way better than that. Dude's been paid. That might not be something you would catch. I'm saying this for the streets. Dude's been paid, homie. Trust me, man. Trust me. I don't be around just anybody. I can't let any type of woman just come with me and be connected to me in no way. I don't like that. If you around me, it's a reason you around me. And I'm saying, like, I don't know if I could graduate you to that next level of the conversation. And that ain't no disrespect to you. But I'm saying, like, you see somebody around me, oh, I ain't just got anybody around me. Dude's been paid, homie. That's what I'm saying. And I ain't saying that tough either. I'm just trying to say it in a way where I hope you can understand. Yeah. Okay. So anybody around me, dude's been paid. I don't let anybody around me. If you around me and dudes ain't been paid, I'm trying to get away from you because I don't know you. And ain't no dudes been paid, so I don't know you. I don't know you.
And we spoke right
Got
before
a
the show.
question for Anton.
So.
Anton.
What happened?
No,
You got a
I'm
question
not
for
talking
Anton.
about.
No, I understand.
You get me?
I got
Okay.
that.
All right.
I got that. But in my case too, whenever I choose to speak up or challenge him on anything or tell him, look, I don't agree with that or what have you, I won't keep delving into it because I don't see the point, because I know at a certain point with men like you at your age, there's not going to be any change. So why? I don't even bother with it. I just, I might say, I don't like that. I don't agree with that. And then if they want to continue, I'm not for it.
I'm with you.
That's it. I just don't like, I don't do that. I got way more important fish to fry in that. And I thought, I'm not going to change this man's mind on stuff. So I just don't even bother. That's it.
But another thing about the ladies, since we talking about this, see, whenever I see a woman with a man, most of the time, if it ain't your wife, I already say to myself, what is this fuck shit? Why is this motherfucker in the streets with you? That's how I feel about life. So I'm saying, like, that might be a prejudice that I have. I can admit, if a woman is in the streets with a man, fuck is this?
Why? Why do you care about that? Why is that meaningful to you?
No, it's not that I care at all, because it's not my business. But I'm saying, like, if a man stepped to me with a woman and it ain't his wife, all I do is say to myself,
You mean like checking you?
not checking me, brother. I'm saying, like, if a man has a woman with him,
Okay.
and you know what I'm saying, it's not his wife, I don't know what the fuck that is, and I don't want nothing to do with it. That's all across the board as I've gotten older and wiser. Like, if a man got a woman with him and he say, hey, hold on, man, how you doing? This is my lady, so-and-so, so-and-so. It makes me say, okay, this is his lady. That's what that is. But I'm saying, like, if a man is in the streets with a woman, sitting next to a woman, and all like this, whatever, and this bitch ain't been explained, I'm like, hold on. What the fuck is this type of shit? Especially if it's imposed in any way. That's what I'm saying, G. And I know you know what I'm talking about because you ain't finna act like you ain't smart. You smart than a motherfucker.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, if somebody,
Wow.
if somebody introduces you, if somebody took the time,
I don't know what he's talking about.
If somebody actually walks in and takes the time to introduce you to somebody, that's being imposed on. I'm like,
There's people in the
That's
chat
all
say,
I
what is
did.
Corey talking about? All the uninitiated don't know what I'm talking about.
I'm like,
uninitiated.
Don't introduce me to, especially if I know that person. or
That's how I believe that.
This is what I know. This is what I am. I admit that I am a C student.
In what?
In life and everything.
Okay.
And school and everything. I'm a C student. So the way I like to do it is I like for people to break it down to me like a C student. Help me to understand like I'm barely graduating. Break it down to me like a little child. The way that you would talk to a child, talk to me.
Right.
That's why I like to do it. And it's easier for me to digest it.
I like that you said that, but see, I'm at a stage of the game. I ain't got time to talk to kids.
Why not?
I don't got time to talk to kids. My kids grown, and I'm saying like if they ask me to go to the school and speak to the children, I would tell the children to do what's right, because I know that's what they're supposed to do. I'll be like, listen, do what's right. Whenever you get that feeling like you're doing something wrong, then step back and do what's right. That's what I would tell kids. That way I would be able to speak from the heart.
So
Not
you're one of
going
those
for
do
it.
what I say, not what I
No.
I said do what's right.
Let me tell you what my translation of that is. This is my translation of that. I don't want to substantiate my argument, or I don't want to break it down to where you'll actually understand it, because you may be able to break down what it is that I'm saying. So I choose to only speak in riddles, and I also want to speak in parables, because then I could say, well, if you don't know, you don't know, you don't get it. I might get it. I might know exactly what you're talking about, but I might act like I don't know what you're talking about because I want you to substantiate your argument. So that's what I stand on. But that's why I say break it down to me like a C student, so that I can truly understand exactly what you're talking about, so that we all can understand it, because we all may need to learn something.
Right. So
That's
look, what you
OGs
said.
do, they teach, right?
You said you go, but what you said in there, that was a key word. You act like you don't know. And I know you act like you don't know, brother.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You just said it. Believe me,
Why
you said
is
it.
Phil laughing?
Phil silly. He said,
Look,
Philly trying to, look, it was an intense moment in here, Anton, and we trying to make it where it is professional. We trying to make it where it ain't what everybody said might be or whatever the fuck. Because I ain't with all that. I ain't got to go to war with no man who visited our show and probably didn't understand one thing, how I was thinking, and I probably didn't understand one thing, how he was thinking.
Corey not gonna have me back on the show, y'all.
You funny, man. You
not gonna have
funny.
me back on the show.
If I wasn't gonna have you back on the show, I wouldn't have shook your hand. I hope you believe that. When I caught myself, I was like,
You know what I'm
man,
doing
this
right
man
now,
don't
Phil?
know that he
I'm putting
did
pressure on him to get me back on the show.
that. But it ain't working
By
that.
saying that he's not going, because
It ain't gonna work like that. But I'm saying,
Corey don't like this, dog. He don't like this.
What? I think it's
what Corey don't like? Why you talking to that man over there? I'm sitting right here.
Because I got to talk to Phil. I'm talking to Corey through Phil. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. Here's the thing.
Them the games where niggas get into fights. I'm telling you, this is how it jump off. Go ahead.
Corey not gonna have me back on the show because Corey is not having fun right now. This is gonna be one of Corey's best shows, but he's not having fun right now. And Corey seems to be a feeler. I'm more of a results-driven guy. Corey seems to be the type of person that goes off of how he feels.
If you notice, I'm doing a lot of explaining to you about how the line can get crossed, but you're doing a lot of telling me what I am. I think that's homosexual behavior.
I said Corey seems to be, meaning that I'm leaving open a door to get corrected. I want him to correct me if I'm wrong, but I still want the freedom to be able to give my opinion. So you don't want me to give my
You
thoughts?
can have the freedom, brother.
Why
What
is
I
it-
look like
why
trying to
is
take
everything-
freedom from you?
No. I'm starting to feel some type of way, bro, because why is everything homosexual to you?
Well, this is what I'm saying. Like, if,
When did
I'm gonna try to
when did
explain.
the conversation turn into homosexuality again?
Okay, I'm gonna let you land. Because I don't want to talk over you.
I'm trying to understand it. Why is everything gay?
I can explain it. I can explain
Okay,
it.
go ahead.
Maybe look, I'm not saying that you gay, but what I'm saying is if you looking at another man and you say you talking to me through another man, if I'm a man, I'm gonna say, well, I'm right here.
Yeah, but you're not getting it.
You still talk about me. Homie, this is a gay conversation.
It's not.
When you talking to men who play in riddles and stuff like that, I'm telling you.
You the one that's talking in riddles.
You ain't never been to jail, have you?
Hell no, I ain't never been to jail.
I
Why
could
would I
tell.
go to jail?
I could tell.
You been to jail?
Nope. Nope.
So what the fuck that mean then?
I'm just saying, like, if you went to jail, they would have to start you over from scratch.
What would they do to you?
The people who
You would be the tough one.
No. Just let me land with this. The people
I don't
who
think from a jail perspective, nigga. I'm not a jailbird. I'm never going to jail.
I see.
What the fuck is we
Well, you
talking
can't
about?
say what you'll never do, but I'm saying
never going to jail, bro.
Well, okay.
I don't even have that in. Dog, I don't even like that type of energy.
I'm just trying to make a point. Anton. What I'm saying is, I have been around enough people who have been institutionalized where I know how to carry myself around men who not finna play with you. That's all I'm saying. I
don't hang around niggas that been to jail, so I saw for it that way. The way you saw for it is a little bit different than the way I saw for it.
Okay.
So I choose not to hang around niggas that's been institutionalized that had to carry themselves a certain way because they made the decision that they wasn't supposed to make.
And it shows that you've been around people that ain't seen the other side of the game. Because some of the smartest men I know they've been to college and gave that time up. And it was actually a learning process for them. But they still got to stand 10 toes down when they out here, Anton. I don't believe that you tried to disrespect me now that I've been talking to you. I don't believe that. I believe that you are the way you are. I am the way I am. And it can clash if people are not educated on how to be around each other because men can go to war over misunderstanding.
He's throwing an intellectual shot right now.
What am I doing?
So without saying it, he's basically saying, oh, you from a different space, so you don't get the way that we move over here.
Over here or anywhere in the United States of America, and that's not a black thing. I'm talking about Caucasians, Hispanics, and Asians understand the respect level men must have when they're in front of each other because it can trigger war. That's all I'm saying to you.
I understand everything that happens when it happens. I'm a chess player. That's what I've been playing my entire life. Maybe you walked into something that you wasn't expecting. Maybe I knew what you was gonna do before you did it.
Maybe. But I tell you what, that's a dangerous game to play, especially if you got a life that you live in. Because I'm telling you, man, it's a lot of people in the cemetery that didn't know it was gonna happen like that fast. That's why out here, I try to walk under the code. There's a code out here.
No, you don't. And that's why I said
you say I don't walk under the code?
No, you're hypocritical. I told you that to your face.
The whole world a hypocrite, but what are you talking about?
No, you're a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite when it comes.
I believe you.
When it comes to specifically you moving by a code.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Because you think that you can say what you want to say when you want to say it, and that people are supposed to respect the way that you move. But I don't think that you move the way that you're supposed to anyway.
I want this thing to be studied because here's the truth. Brother Anton is talking about everybody else but himself and white men. This is a fact.
I like this chat. Let me tell y'all
He's
why I like the chat.
Everything but himself and white men.
No, listen. I told you I want to come back and have a full conversation about it. Or we can talk about it right now. I ain't got nothing better to do.
Study this episode.
Shout out to the
shit on Caucasian males.
Shout out to the chat.
Shit on
I'm not gonna shit on nobody.
Yeah, you shitted on black people. You shitted on motherfuckers.
I feel like I shitted on you. To your face.
Be careful shitting on me, because I feel like you're talking shit again.
I'm not talking shit. I'm
Well,
telling
be
you.
careful.
I'm telling you.
You
that,
shitted on me to my face, but that shit will
Corey,
lead to some danger.
Will we please stop the
Trust me.
the tough talk? I got security. You got security.
Homie, I ain't got security. Them my people.
Cool. Them your
You gotta hire a motherfucker to be with you.
Absolutely. I'm always gonna hire somebody.
You better.
100%.
How you be talking?
Corey, stop talking tough. Stop talking.
Homie,
tough.
you
just said that.
I'm not talking tough. I'm talking to you straight up.
Why are you so?
You said you disrespected me in my face, and then you act like it was all
You said that I
good.
disrespected you to your face. So I'm confirming what you said. You felt disrespected. So I am telling you that I disrespected you if that's the way you felt. Is that not what you said? You said that out of your mouth. And so I apologized when you said that you felt disrespected.
No. The reason you said you disrespected me in my face
because you don't accept the apology because
you still talking about everybody else except yourself and white men.
I'm telling you what I said. You felt offended by it, so I apologize. All I'm doing is rehashing a conversation that happened. Why are you so easily offended?
You still talking about me? It sounds like I'm arguing
because I'm right. See,
I'll be around bitches and they tell me about myself all the time. Be gone.
No.
That shit don't hurt no feelings. It's probably better this way.
Because I just proved my point.
Be down.
You're
you proved the point.
Hypocritical.
Homie, just gone, man. Just gone, man.
You
just gone.
I'm about to jet.
You done did this before. Get your bitch ass Hey, homie.
All right, I'm out.
Get your bitch ass the fuck on. And walk over there with your bodyguard and your bitch, nigga. Walk over there with your bodyguard and your bitch.
You proved my point.
I got shit to do.
You're right.
Don't bring bitches up here, dog, that you ain't finna stand on. Remember I told you that. If you got a bitch with you, explain the bitch. Don't ask her to be on my show, nigga. Can she be on the show? I don't know that bitch, nigga. Now get your whole ass the fuck on and pay for your pussy like you got to, cake ass nigga. And go get you a bodyguard, because the nigga be to slap the shit out your bitch ass. I got shit to do. I ain't finna follow that nigga out the door. I am who I say I am. I stand on it. Fuck a friend. Now who the next motherfucker to come up here? What up?
There's a new word in the dictionary called rage bait, right? So that's what you just witnessed. So
rage bait. Let me tell you something.
It's a new word.
That ain't no new word.
Okay, bet. It's
Let me tell you something.
New word.
Where I'm from, if a nigga say something about sucking dick, nigga, it's on.
And he knows.
I don't know nothing about no niggas saying nothing to no nigga where niggas talk about suck dick and niggas be ready to swing.
And he knows that.
But he didn't say that dick sucking shit again. Get your fat ass out of here, nigga.
There's just certain words
That's
you
a
just don't
hate.
use.
In here with this bitch that he know ain't his wife and motherfucker trying to get the bitch on the show. Bitch, nigga, you ain't got it like that, nigga. Get your cake ass out of here, nigga. Like I'm finna be upset. This is what I wanted to talk about today, mainly. We have a situation in America going on where there are a lot of men that don't want to reveal themselves, but they have bitterness because they know you're not the type of guy they are on the backdooria side of the game. Let me say this one more time. There's a lot of men in this world that don't want to reveal themselves, but they're upset at men who expose backdooria, so they find other ways to talk about you, and they won't never reveal who they are. I want to start a campaign to teach men how to be good sissies. I talked to a couple of people I know today. A good sissy is a man who knows how he gets down, and he knows how you get down, and he won't never cross them lines. I could be around a man who indulges in other men's behavior, and he know I don't get down like that. So if he don't ever impose it on me or find ways to talk crazy to me that's not straight on, see, the straight on way, he don't like you because you don't agree with the backdooria behavior. But if they don't want to come at you like, I know you don't like backdooria behavior, they come at you with something else. It's the curveball effect. So we have to teach these guys how to be good sissies. Hold on.
I gotta say,
still on the phone.
hey, again, remember, he would rather storm off than talk shit about.
He's done that
white
before.
men.
He's done that. He didn't never say nothing about white men.
Democratic shit.
Right. He didn't never say nothing about white men.
Off. We wouldn't say shit about.
But he didn't have to say nothing about white men. If he'd said something about me sucking dick again, right. I was already looking at that eyeball. Because that's what I wanted. I wanted that nigga to be on that next podcast like this.
He wouldn't look a white man in the eye.
If he'd have said something about sucking dick right there, I was finna found that nigga, and whatever come with it, I'll be having to spend some more money in court because I don't want no court cases. In fact, I really can't have a court case right now because I got shit going on with court cases. But I am a man, and you can't step to me with that dick sucking shit like right here. I can see if you were like out in the park arguing with a nigga, that nigga be like, fuck you, nigga, suck my dick. That's different. That's different. That's a nigga yelling, looking for it. But this motherfucker thought he was gonna sit here and say to me something about sucking dick. I ain't even mad at the nigga because I believe the nigga is weird. But that's okay. You could be weird. You just can't step to motherfuckers with dick sucking shit. Niggas fight. Niggas kill each other over that. And I really don't think he know that. Did he just say he ain't got no friends that been to jail? Did he really say that? Yeah. Who the fuck ain't got people that went to jail that live in Detroit?
I can't.
The mayor went to jail. What the fuck? How the fuck is you in Detroit? I'll call all my Detroit niggas. Do y'all know a nigga that ain't been to jail? I mean, do y'all have any friends that ain't never been to jail? I got a cousin. What else do I need? Everybody knows. The only man who I know who would say that is a man who ain't bold enough to say nothing about the Caucasian responsibilities in America and what they did to make things go bad. But back on the good sissy, because we on the good sissy. We need to teach our men who indulge in that type of behavior how to be confident and honest about who they are where there is no issues. Like, you can't act like you're mad at me because Corey didn't do something right on the internet. But the truth is, you mess with men and you didn't want to say you mess with men, and that's really your issue with me. In Hollywood, Atlanta, and everywhere else over the internet, I don't know, that nigga probably gone.
You know what? Dog walk. Dog walker's here.
Man, you know who looked the scaredest? Who looked the scaredest? His bodyguard. That nigga was like.
Hey, I'll beat your ass, nigga.
We ain't beat nobody yet. No. Hey, can I tell y'all something? Hold on, let me tell y'all something. This is not a lie. Phil, Nail, hey, what this thing cost?
Goddamn, $1 million. Over $1 million.
Nigga, this board back here, this ain't no sucker shit. My nigga Laylaw bought this thing right here. Laylaw, Joe Mac and Macca bought this screen. This screen is not no cheap. The screen they bought was defective, so the company gave them the upgrade.
I don't think they realize because they can only see
this ain't no cheap shit. You don't tear this up. But I believe if I would have super socked that nigga, I could have guided him that way. Because I was already sizing him up. I was like, oh, this is a little fat motherfucker.
I'd have whooped him, man.
I was like, Doc.
10. I got to get back to my show. I was watching the show.
You stupid, nigga.
I got to get back to my show, man.
Hey, man, if that nigga would have said I suck dick, I'd have dotted that nigga out. I swear to God, and took whatever come with it. Yeah. But I ain't living like that. I'm not living like that. I am a successful man.
Come back with the bodyguard. I'll whoop that nigga.
That bodyguard ain't with that nigga. That nigga just trying to get that money and get the fuck. Let me drop this cake ass nigga off at the airport. That nigga say he don't know nobody who went to jail. What the fuck?
Nah, he was trying to.
How do you live in America and don't know nobody who went to jail? And he called me a hypocrite. This man said I'm a hypocrite, and he said he don't know nobody who went to jail. But back on the good sissy.
I gotta get back to my show. I got a show at 10.
Go ahead, Joe. Do your thing, man.
Oh, man. Fuck Anton.
The nigga was sitting right here, goddammit. That nigga then when he said, I disrespected you in your face. I was like, is this nigga talking crazy? Because I'll still slap the shit out this motherfucker. You can be around men, you can disagree with men, but you can't disrespect men when you standing next to them, man. If you want to bait people like that and play like you don't know, good luck.
And if you say that you don't know, if you don't know somebody, then watch yourself. That's when you really take extra precautions because you don't.
I don't know if they can hear you, Dick.
You're not familiarized with the person yet, so why would you want?
That's why I don't have people up here.
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying, like, you can't come up here and say. Well, I forgot how he said it, but I was like, when he said that shit, my mind was like, is this nigga crazy? This nigga say something to me about sucking dick?
He just used those words for that. It was like, yeah, I don't.
Oh.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Darlene, don't ever jump between two niggas.
Okay, I was trying to save the screen.
That nigga wasn't finna push
Go
me
ahead
into
and
that
hit me.
screen.
Go ahead and hit me. Sheesh.
Darlene, listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
Don't never jump between two niggas. You a woman.
Okay.
I'm trying to tell you so you know. Don't ever jump. When two men finna fight, get out the way.
Well, this ain't
I'm
a
telling
regular
you that
street
so
fight.
you
This
know.
here on the show, so I felt compelled. That's all.
Okay, that's cool, but that's why I'm telling you now.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope you listen.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you listen.
I would never do that. You know who I was with. I know game.
Okay.
You know this. Come on now.
Anyway,
Okay, I'm talking
like
about
I'm
this
saying.
show stuff. Exactly.
Are you not entertained? I don't need that. I don't need clickbait. I've been alive out here for 16 years in this game, been criticized. I remember they were saying he had a lot of co-hosts. I was like, yeah, but here's it. It go to hell, goddammit. I don't know where motherfuckers come from. And as far as it go with getting into it with Squad, well, let me explain for the lames that don't understand what Squad is. Squad is motherfuckers you be around. If me and Phil got into a fisticuffs battle, when it's over, I know me. I'll be trying to squash you. All right, we got that off. Now, what's up? You good? I done seen motherfuckers give each other hugs at the fights. Mm-hmm. But I don't know that brother. So you can't say dick sucking around me, man. That'll jump it off, homie. That'll jump it off every
I think
time.
we need that.
Motherfuckers saying bait?
Right.
Rage bait? Is that what they calling it now? Yeah. Man, Joe, it's like, man, I don't know motherfuckers you can talk to like that, man, who been through the real motherfucking ringer. I just don't know nobody. Who would I say sucking dick to? I wouldn't say that to a nigga who I know do it. I wouldn't say that to a nigga who I know do it. Because I know where I'm from, that mean fights. And that's what happens. But I'm good. Back to the good sister. So if you know a man who is upset with you because of everything but what he's saying, we have to learn how to train our good sisters. And how do we do that? Is there any suggestions on how to train a man who you know don't like